You probably don't need a lesson on how to pay a bill, so here's just a couple of things to keep in mind. It may seem straightforward to talk about which suppliers you need to pay, which invoices you need to pay, and when you need to pay them. But as you get busier and busier, you'll have a lot of these invoices, and it's good cash flow management practice to make sure that you're only paying them when you have to. After all, you want to keep your money in the bank as long as you can. One of the ways to do this manually is, let's say you're going to be paying your suppliers once a week. File the invoices that you get into a future week. In other words, if you've got net 30 on an invoice, then file it into the week that's 5 weeks from now and pay it then. Of course, if you're using a computer system, it'll remind you of which invoices need to be paid. Next step is to pay the bills. Sit down with your checkbook if you're writing them manually, or on the computer system, it'll automatically create the checks for you if you want. Seems obvious, but you'll then want to update the accounts to make sure that you check off that you've paid that particular invoice for that particular supplier. Again, seems obvious, but when you've got a lot of these things going on, it's far too common to have invoices get double paid. And so you want to make sure that you're setting up the proper systems right now. And finally, I'm going to want to make sure that I update my bank records to reflect the check or checks that I've just written, and I also want to update my accounts payable to reflect that I don't owe that particular money. So for example, if we were going to pay that lawyer's bill of $420, then I would change this 420 to 0, and I would reflect that my cash in bank was now going to be $252. You may be getting tired of me saying this, but good financial software really does make all the difference. It'll remind you which bills need to be paid, it'll even print them for you, and then of course it goes and updates all the things that needed to be updated.